What's up, guys? I have taken off my hair and I have done a lot of writing today. I worked on three new profiles, two new chapters, and texted about 35 guests, various things. And productive day. Did a lot of archery. Changed the settings on my new compound bow. Both draw length and poundage at max draw, which means I need to recalibrate all the sights. And let's jump into the questions because I'm only going to do a couple minutes. Can you teach me BJJ, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu? Benjamin, I'd encourage you to look into Dave Camarillo, and Marcelo Garcia. Look up Marcelo Garcia in action online. And you can also find some videos with Dave Camarillo and myself if you search that has some beginner BJJ stuff. Archery tips for beginners. I don't think I'm really qualified yet to be giving out a lot of archery advice, but um, I would say there's a book called Shooting with Back Tension, written by author last name Wise, Wise, that I've been quite impressed with. Okay. Am I loving Facebook Live? I enjoy Facebook Live. I do quite enjoy it. How much whey protein do I consume a day? I don't consume whey every day, but when I do, I have Bluebonnet generally. There are a few different brands, and I would say if it's a non-heavy training day, 20, 20 to 30 grams. Do I support MDMA research? I do morally and scientifically support it. I don't financially support MDMA research right now, although I'm not averse to it. I'm just focused on psilocybin and a few other compounds. Uh, Seeing everything I do makes you tired. Well, I'm pretty fucking tired too, but this is uh, this is fun. This is not. I mean, I'm not getting paid for this, so this is just dicking around for a few minutes before I go to bed. Is what this is. Becoming more and more like Jason Statham. I'll take it. I will take any Jason Statham I can get. What did I eat for breakfast? It was the same as yesterday: macadamia nuts and a can of sardines and a handful of supplements. And also powdered MCT oil made by Quest Nutrition. Best practices to learn golf fast. I'm no golf expert, but you can look at what I did by searching the Tim Ferriss experiment. This TV show, it's on iTunes. CrossFit for bodybuilding depends a lot on a million different things. I'm sorry to say I can't answer that right now. Say something in another language. Nani ga itte hoshinda? That is Japanese. I could also say ni yawa shoshama. That could be Chinese, or on and on it goes. Uh, and I'm tired, so I'm sure my pronunciation is a little wonky because my English is a little wonky right now. Okay, Michael. Hey, Tim, you've been putting out great content. What can readers like me do for you? Any requests? Well, I really appreciate that. I would say if you like the podcast and you haven't reviewed it, or if you hate it and you haven't reviewed it, I suppose, but preferably if you enjoyed it, if you could leave a review on iTunes, that would be very, very helpful. And I'll have a new book coming out in the next couple of months, and it's going to be super, super fun. I'm having a blast putting it together. So I would say if you could grab that, maybe grab a few for family or friends for Christmas, that would be fantastic. It's going to be very, very rich in details. All right. Why do I keep bragging that I'm super short? uh, well, there's an expression in software development, or software developers sometimes use the expression, it's not a bug, it's a feature. I think I'm approaching it from that perspective. Best practical way of tackling fear. Sometimes do you find just doing things transcends that fear? Uh, that's true, but fear setting is an exercise that I use. So look up fear setting. It's the second chapter in the 4-Hour Work Week. So you can check that out. I think it's one of the most important chapters in the book. Sean, what is the best way to make an apology? I'm no apology expert either, but I would say generally eye contact, keep it short, end with I am sorry, and not but. No appending some type of side swipe at the other person at the end of it. If it's an apology, make it an apology. Don't make it a passive-aggressive slap in the face. All right. Will another Josh Waitzkin interview occur soon? Maybe. I'm always game to chat with Josh. He's a good dude. Every time I do a Q&A, I get asked what I think of tiny houses. I love tiny houses, yet again. Let's see. Can I give you a pole dancing lesson while in Colorado? Sure. Who is that? Christina? Yeah, count me in. Oh, actually, not this particular trip. I know what you're talking about. It's going to be tough. I may only be there for a day. Sue, archery. I'd love to see you and Mr. Joe Rogan do some archery together. Joe is a lot better than I am. I am a rote beginner. Where am I going for vacation next? I'm going to Gatsby Castle. It's not really vacation, it's for Shopify and their Build a Business competition. But I'm going to literally the Gatsby Castle for a couple of days. And then I'm going to Easter Island, among other places. So I've got some fun stuff coming up. Also going out into the wilderness in the middle of the country for a week with 2 outdoorsmen. Okay. Alright guys, I'm looking for 1 or 2 more and then I'm out here. Random show live, New York City, question mark. Let me know if you guys would be interested. I am considering next year, when the book is out, to get an RV and go around the country and do live podcasts and or random shows or whatever the hell comes to mind, just for shits and giggles. So let me know if that's of interest. Seems like it could be fun, but it would also be a lot of work. So let me know. Alright. Favorite movie released before 1970? There's so many, but the first one that comes to mind is not an uplifting movie. It's called The Battle of Algiers, which is actually recommended to me by General Stan McChrystal. Okay, have I ever tried this year's popular Olympic cupping therapy? Yeah, I've been using cupping for the last year and used it well before that as well. Okay. What is the key for beginners in BJJ? I'd have to think about that more than I can right now. This will be the last one. Must visit place in Japan. I would go to the Ghibli, Ghibli Museum in Inokashira Park in Tokyo. I'll let you guys look that up. Alright. Have a good night, guys. I have to get some sleep. Early morning of writing tomorrow.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and be sure to consider signing up for my email newsletter by clicking on Email Newsletter, because I share private Q&As, exclusive content, awesome things like 5 Bullet Fridays, which is the 5 coolest things I've discovered in a given week, exclusively via email. And that's for the diehard, that's for the people who really want the main line of usefulness and how-to, and to really ride along with me as I learn and discover the most useful things that I find. So check it out, email newsletter, click on it, and please let me know what you would like more of in terms of video, in terms of audio. I will try to make it for you. So let me know in the comments, and thank you again for watching.